Excuse me. Just had a little bit of burrito. Anyways, it is I, Alex, like always. Hope you all are having a one fantastic day of a day of the week. It is almost Friday, and I say that joyfully. Almost Friday. It is Thursday, so we're not quite there yet, but we're almost getting there, guys. It's almost that time of the week where we get to unwind a little bit and just kind of cut back and relax and just get to kind of vibe out. So I hope you guys are having a great day yourselves and having a fantastic day. I'm just here in the old PQT studio doing my work, doing this and that, getting my Medicaid business all up and running. You know how that is. You know how it is. But I'm glad to be here with y'all. I'm glad that we're back. It's been almost another week since I've streamed, maybe since Monday or Tuesday. Time flies when I'm getting busier and busier with life and work and just, fighting the good fight. But anyways, guys, we're here. You're there, and I wonder what we should do today. Do you want to build a snowman? No, I don't know. I'm kind of running on E these last couple of days. Kind of just figuring out what can we do for fun. What can we do? I wonder, we could maybe watch a movie together. That's always fun. I can put on an old TV, give you my commentary, tell you what we're watching again. You guys watched that show From? It's on, I think, like MGM Plus. That show is a son of a. You know what I mean? Yeah, I love that show From. I could watch it all day long. Oh no, no. In fact, I'm gonna put it on in the background while we're just here vibing out. Why not? You know what I mean, guys? It's a good show. It's a good show. Okay, so what was this? Conjuring the Genie, Conjuring 2 the Genie, huh? You know what? They should have made a part 2 of the Golden Compass. That's what I'm pissed about. The Golden Compass it's on Tubi right now. It came back out in 2007. That's the movie they should have made a part 2 of, and I am pissed that they didn't. I am pissed. Don't you get me started on what else makes me pissed these days. There's a lot. There is a lot. Don't get out and vote if you haven't voted already. I am. Mm, mm, mm. Okay, so it looks like I haven't set that up yet. I'm gonna go ahead and go to MGM Plus, wherever that be. Better be around here somewhere, is all I know. Apps. Going to my apps. It's gonna make me sign in and do all this crazy stuff. MGM. See what comes up. Results for MGM. That's what I thought. Give me my results. Does this thing have voice? No, it doesn't have voice. Okay. I was like, is there a reason why I'm not able to use my voice to tell it what to do? But it doesn't have audio recognition. No audio recognition. Why is the background that I'm in so blurry today? Is it because I'm moving my camera a little bit without realizing it? I don't know. I don't know. Do you ever wonder why certain things seem to be coincidental? Do you believe in ghosts? No, I don't know what to do. We can play some games. We can play some Pokemon ZA. Get back into Crimson Desert. I don't know what else is going on these days. It says a free trial. I don't want no free trial. I already paid for the subscription. MGM. I already have an account. Log me in. Log in with the web. Thank God. Alright, let's see if I can do this. Yes, what am I doing? It says monthly $7.99. I'm already signed in, you dope. This is what I hate certain apps, because you sign into the wrong email, and then it tells you you don't have an account. When we all know I do. But, you know what, guys? Shout out to Tubi. Never lets you down, and it actually has some bangers every so often. You know, that old Tubi. You know, I'm gonna cancel all my other subscriptions. No more Prime. No more Amazon this or that. Yeah, that's me. Welcome back, Tubi. I'm just saying, I'm getting real pissed. Equalizer 2's on, looks like. Look at Tubi. Tubi got all the good hits right now. Courage the Cowardly Dog. It got Tenacious D and The Pick of Destiny. Tubi for the win, I guess. I can't go wrong with the freebies. And you can't go wrong with Tenacious D and The Pick of Destiny. I mean, I can't go wrong with it. For those of you who might be wondering what's on, yeah, it is a little bit of the Tenacious D. Tenacious D, Pick of Destiny. I might have to put on my old headsets right now. It's not a big deal. I just want to be able to hear what's going on, and I got to sneeze. I got a little something crawled up my nose. Feels like, oh sweet Jesus, Lord have mercy. I think that'll do it right there. Let me see here. Connect. That's not doing it. Oh, it did it. Engage cage. Oh, it's like some Tenacious D. So if you're wondering what I'm watching today, it is some good old Tenacious D and the Pick of Destiny. Oh, well. Long as fucking time ago in a town called Kickapoo, there lived a humble family, religious through and through. My either was a black sheep, and he knew just what to do. His name was Young JB, and he refused to step in line. A vision, he could see it, rocking all the time. He wrote a tasty jam, and all the planets did align. Always my favorite. Balls are blazing as I stepped into his cage, and I started to fucking cockle with a long and shiny blade. Meatloaf in the beginning. I didn't know in a party zone. Meatloaf coming in with his belt. You got the young Jack Black character coming out, screaming, ah! I love Meatloaf in this one. Everyone loves some Tenacious D, you know what I'm saying? You disobeyed my older son, why were you ever born? Your brother's 10 times better than you, Jesus loves him more. Sorry, guys, If you guys aren't watching Tenacious D, then what are you doing with your life on a Thursday night? Really? No. Shout out to the Jack Black, Always one of my favorite artists slash actors. Don't let me hear you cry, don't let me hear you moan. The Jack Black character's amazing. He's praying to Dio now. Love you too, Nate. Go on, go ahead, Nate. Get out of here, you crazy girl. Look at Dio's coming to life out of the poster now. If you don't like Tenacious D, then get the hell out of my channel. No. If you're not a fan of Ronnie James Dio, you're in the wrong place here, buddy. You will face your inner demons. This whole movie, 10 out of 10 masterpiece on the Alex scale. If you want a 10 out of 10 movie, you got it on Tenacious D. Get yourself a bowl of your favorite stuff and get on to some Tenacious D tonight, guys. That's my Alex's recommendation to y'all tonight. Find this counterpart. Rock. Rock. He's glad I finally found Hollywood after like 4 different Hollywood attempts. Look at that. Look how young Jack Black looks in this movie. I mean, just not that he doesn't still look young. Please don't take that in a bad way, but I'm just saying, he is fresh just fresh in this movie. Still does look fresh, don't get me wrong. Jumanji, love Jumanji. Love the new Jumanji stuff. Keep doing what you're doing, Mr. Black. Keep doing what you do. And I heard on a Facebook post, don't know if it's true or not, that Jack Black's mother was actually a scientist who worked on the Apollo mission to get the astronauts back home. Don't know if it's true, but look it up. If it is true, that's some interesting bull. Real fascinating stuff, the old Black family. Kyle Gass. Nah, I'm just playing Kyle. But, Jack carried your ass. And we all know it. Tenacious D carried Kyle Gass. We all know it. I think it's time for us to admit it. Time for us to really admit it. I don't call it one-sided, but it's just the fact that I can hear the audio to the movie, and hoping that you guys can maybe find it. It's on Tubi. It's free right now, guys. If you're looking for a movie to watch tonight, get on to freaking Tubi. And for those of you wanting to watch along with us, put the comments in the comment section. We are at about 7 minutes and 10 seconds into the movie. So we're still going strong. We're still pretty fresh into it. 7 minutes into it, guys. Get sure you got your little bit of popcorn, get what you need to do. And this is Alex's commentary time. We're gonna watch some of the classic now. It's actually a classic now, believe it or not. Jeez. Look at that. He just sees Kyle Gass right now, strumming on his guitar. Get it, Kyle. Pushes people out of the way to go like. Kyle's like, is that his real name? Is Kyle Gass his real name? Hmm. Don't you guys know genius when you see it? Damn. Man, you guys are stupid. Anyways, my name's JB. His name's JB. He's a man, let me hear you adore. He's a man, he's a shining golden god. If you think it's time to rock and roll and out of control, well then you know it's time to rock and rock. Cause when you rule, you fucking rule all of the rules. Just a classic. If you think it's time to rock to kick your fucking ass. And you know his name is Kyle Gass. Rockin' and classics. One day I will find my Kyle Gass. Jack Black and Kyle had the chemistry. Pizza guy walks on the scene, giving them some free pizza. It's called Wake and Bake Pizzeria. Wake and Bake Pizzeria, for those of you who are thinking of making a pizzeria. KG Solo Man 5000, and I aims to keep it that way, he says. He flicked his pick at JB's face, hits it on his face. Papa Cheese. Jeez Louise, Papa Cheese. It's just part of his genius, he says. This movie, I swear to God. This is like my favorite part. Also, in the one of my favorite parts. Jack Black is over there singing and then gets the shit beat out of him on a like bench by people wearing masks. We baby. He's just a baby, he screams into the night as he crawls up onto a bench. He says, like a wee baby. And there they are. Here's the guys in the masks. He got all kinds. Half pig mask. Well, what do we have here, Governor? My little snuggles? I spy a sneaking, filthy babe. Like a wee baby. Wee baby. Uh-oh. Kyle Gass sees what's going on, and he hides. That's my lucky guitar pick. gets the shit beat out of him right now. Kind of guy's just hiding, like watching him get the shit beat out of him. Ah, look at me! They beat him with his guitar, and he runs off. Like a wee baby. You saved me, he says. They had it coming. We'll work something out, he says. This movie reminds me of my best friend from high school. I think that's what brings in the nostalgia factor. Me and my best friend in high school, that was like, she was my KG in a way. I still think about my old best friend. I wonder what they're doing now. We kind of had a falling out at one point. Me being stupid, of course. Wow, number 4. Nice pad. It's where he stays, where he writes. The same minimalist. If you need a singer, I'm so then. Tiger! You can see he stripes, but you know he's clean. That's Ronnie James Dio song. Yeah, I know. I helped him write it. Yeah. Jam with him all the time. You do not know Dio. Gotta get your chops up. A lot to learn, he says. Woo! Well, that was insightful right now. We're just watching Jack Black meet up with his old friend Kyle Gass in one of the first ones. You know, this movie changed my life. I remember this, my time before watching the Kyle Gass and its Jack Black project and all that stuff. And man, before I started listening to music such as this, it was a lot more Tupac Shakur and Biggie Smalls, some Grandmaster Flash was thrown in there, DMC, a couple things growing up. So listening to rock and roll, and especially this kind of genre of rock, more of a satirical rock and roll, really gave me a different outlet and perspective on music. So that's really the reason why I find this type of film so intriguing. It's the fact that type of music that they sing is hilarious. Has a dual innuendo meaning occasionally, and sometimes it's just outright plain as day. Telling you to suck a chode, suck a chode. That's the music. That's the day and the age. So yeah, you know. We're at about 30 minutes. We're going to continue with this movie here, but I just wanted to kind of give a recap. We are watching Tenacious D on Tubi, and we are, about, I would say, I don't know, about 12, 15 minutes into it. I'll double check right now, but, we're just kind of hanging out, cruising along, not doing too much today since it is finally almost Friday, which is, amazing. We're at about 15 minutes, so I'm gonna go ahead and just tune back in here a little bit. They're talking about lesson number one. So if you guys are following along, Tubi, Tenacious D, lesson number one, power slide, 15 minutes in. Just sliding on your knees. The power slide, or the single most powerful stage move in any rocker's arsenal. Give me a power slide full throttle. No fear. I'm like the first viewer who sends me a good video of themselves doing a power slide, $20. No, amazingly bad. I'm cleaning this apartment. Help me maybe get to the project. Riddle do. I Love You Pumpkin on it. It's the name of the song. We hit in Canada. I Love You Pumpkin. What's a cock push up? No problem. Indeed. So now he's making Jack Black stand in his spot to collect some money. He fucking did it, he says. Got some change in a cup. While Kyle Gass is sitting down at home playing video games. I did it. 10 whole bucks with his rock. Worth the rock. $10 worth of weed. Awaken Big Pizza. Tell me you want the Bob Marley extra crispy. He'll know what you're talking about. Bob Marley extra crispy. I'll be right back, guys, in like 2 minutes. Yabba dabba doo! Just trying to get on Kyle Gas Jack Black's level. When you are able to snatch this remote from my hands, you'll be ready to choose the channel you want. Try to snatch it. Yeah, Jack Black. Patience, young grasshopper. Here's the way. Aren't you the guitar guy from the Boardwalk? I'm Lee. Whoa, you guys doing a concert or something? Watch. Half off the pie. Delio. Come on in. Uh, wait for the phone call. See him. No streams allowed. Let the simulation begin. Say something. No, I want stage right off stage and come out. That's the way I imagine it. His recordings. Get on with it, dumb. Oh, get off the stage, you stewie. Lump of the coal. Why is the simulation so mean? You know, it's like, why can't they be like cheery? Get back to Kickapoo Mama's boy. What was all these specific recording? These bottles coming down, hitting him in the head. Jesus is love you. That was not a mistake. Power slide. JB's like, what is he talking about? I mean, KG. He fell on his guitar and just shatters it. He's had enough. Turn it off. Like, turn what off? Lisa. He did it. Pass the gig simulator on his first time. He would have did it. It was going pretty good until he crashed. Uh oh. Long loads and maximum over. Do some long loads. What do you say? Hi, Pumpkin. It's your mother. 15 years of trying to be a famous musician. Long enough. No more rent checks. Time to get a real job. I love you, Pump. Love you, Pumpkin? Those aren't royalty checks? You lied to me. You don't know, do you? Give me that remote. And then he's pulled off his hair. Who are you? Goes to a flashback. He's already bald as a kid. Your mom shine that for you when you go to bed? Damn. Cold blooded. I cleaned your apartment, man. Piece of guy's like, what? What are you doing? What are you packing? I have to go back to my mom and dad's. I'm broke. Here, I spent the last rent check. What'd you spend the rent on? I got that for you. What is it? A real guitar. Inlays. That guitar is badass. Bet you that thing would go for like $1 million at an auction now. At least. At least a mil. Stop packing, dude. We're gonna pay the rent with our rock. From now on, we known as Tinnock. Tinnock is a sign, a legacy. I've had some birthmarks since I was born. It's not in there. Tinnock. I have asthma too. ESD. You guys look. They put their ass together. Tenacious D. They must pay the rent with their rock. Open mic night. Yes, and that is Tenacious D there. I tell you what, I'm a big fan. And if you're down for all that too, though. Mm, mm. Reading things out loud. I'm like, pour honey on me. This text me. I'm like, too much text message in here. Too much text. No. But yeah, it's just regular day here. No. What do you mean I'm not recording this whole thing? People, I swear, too young to watch Tenacious D nowadays. Who hasn't heard of Tenacious D? Yeah. All right, let's get to some Tenacious D, I guess. My volume back on. Next badass asked me to read this. Since the beginning of time, 'twas written in the stars, since what may a band will come. That the band is here. I care to come again in your ear. Classic! Ladies and gentlemen, Tenacious D. Here to come again in your. Don't forget to bring the thunder. Listen, me. I'm not just a list of bullshit. I'm a theoretical. No. And it ain't gonna. We're not ride. Tenure. Hide. Ride. My definitely gold. Man, I love the soundtrack. Okay. D. Alright. The pizza guy's like in all the concerts, he's all. I love the pizza guy. You know, Supreme. Being a Supreme. The pizza guy's like the day one. Tenacious D used to bring the pizza guy back on stage. Where the hell is he now? Where is he at today? Still competition. Next up. Tenacious D rocks. I never noticed that he has a T-shirt with Tenacious D rocks on it. He has a homemade T-shirt that says Tenacious D rocks. They're gonna make you make one of those shirts. Son of a. He tried to get in and he looked at him. That's crazy. They're kind of doing the piece of getting dirty. You know, like they're number one fan and they're like 10 feet back. Step into the magic circle. We're about to step into it. We're about to write a masterpiece. What are you doing? Go, play something. Go fast. Magic only lasts a second. Prettier, prettier. That's all right. A little higher. Did he play any higher notes? right there in it, and you were too slow. You didn't remember to do shit. You do what I told you. Things got crossed. Chocos exploded. If we're gonna do that right, you gotta do what I tell you to do. No. I want to run Masterpiece. I know, dude. I don't know why. Freaking Jack. It's all right. Got it right as luck. It happens to the best of them. Look at these guys. AC/DC, Van Halen, The Who. What do you look so gruesome? What do you... And here's Kyle. They all use the same pick. They all use the same guitar pick. Oh! Photoshop. They all use the same guitar pick. Two men accidentally uncover the world's greatest secret. They're all looking for it in a display case at Guitar Center. I don't think they have it. Might have to special order it. Give me a second. Graphic like this one. Like, who the fuck are these guys? How'd you hear about this? What did Pepperdale tell you? of all of all the guitar centers to go to, that's the one where the guy who's a fanatic about it, he's like, all right, this is not here. In here. Hilarious. We can talk in here. What you seek is a pick. Destiny. There's a light switch. No, you know. There's the light switch. Have a seat. Darkest secret of history of rock. I actually saw it once. New pick. Made of green ivory. Some kid catches it. Kid named Eddie Van Halen. Moved to Rome, quit my job, learned Latin. Salvatore Papadello. Salvatore Papadello. Check out an ancient scroll, all in Latin. I translated. Took him 6 years. And let him read it too. He ended up just translating it for him after it took him 6 years. Satanus. That's Latin for Satan. Nerd. I'm not complete. That's harmless. Nobody can do is from whence. What does that mean? From whence you came, you shall remain until you are complete again. Drawn back to the fires of hell, and Dark Wizard was totally stoked to be alive. With a long jaw of his hash pipe, the wizard devised a smith. Big is the tiny part of the beast. Supernatural. 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 Whole. That was Neville, but supernatural. Last known photo of the pic. Rock and Roll History Museum. That's where the pod is. Pick of Destiny. Control Fortress. YouTube Bozo wants to steal the Pick of Destiny. Help me out. There's no cheese at the end of that tunnel, buddy. Man, these fucking clowns, man. These lies, I swear. The quest. I'm gonna go take a little break, guys. If you get me another soda, another water, I'll be right back. Fuzzy was a very fuzzy wuzzy had no hair. That's my extra break. I'm a piece of delivery guy and a driving instructor. I teach people how to drive while I deliver Zaws. So he only has two jobs: student driver and his Wake and Bake Pizzeria. And he gave it up to help these guys get to their goal. They should have took him with him. They should have dropped him in the car. These guys are crazy. He's been there since day one. Half on found their food, did everything for them. Unstoppable. Oh, this is very good. And the dream of them redoing their first replay. God damn it! I'm gonna read it anyways because you know. So. He does not need a microphone. A microphone. My voice is fucking powerful. Tenacious D. Fucking Tenacious D. He explodes somebody's head. He's like, the guy's eyes are all, sorry. I did not mean. He does not mean to blow your mind. To blow your mind. But that happens to me all the time. Tenacious D. I tell you. Tenacious D. That's what I'm doing tonight. I don't know. Sue me. No, I'm just playing. I'm like, so sue me. Don't do it. Don't do it, really, please. Gee. He's wearing the pick like a necklace. That's what I would be doing. That's what I would, KB. JB. JB. Wake up. Where are they? What happened to your eye? Burnt with a curling iron. And I will have nothing. What happened to your eye? I never eat before a mission. Slows you down. Bullshit. I'd rather have some carne asada burritos any day. But 11. What, Tigray? Kyle goes and ditches GB. That some guy with the freaking cane comes up, sits next to KB. JB? KB. JB. KG and JB. This guy's over here all. JB's all. What brings you to this neck of the woods? Yeah, well, we're not too funny. Wait, check your mana. Yes, yes. Enroll Hall of History Museum. Just regular guys. Flash and Bone. That guy scoops up closer. Check looks like. Whew. I tell you what, that Jack Black character, he is on his own, unhinged, if you would. And I'm just going through some stuff. Senior fans, to be honest, stuff like that. Montana, man. Things of that nature is just going on. Things like that. Yeah. Things are happening. Things is moving. It is 8:31 here in my mountain time. We have hit our hour and 8-minute mark. So just kind of recapping everything. I'm watching Tenacious D on Tubi, believe it or not, for free because all my other apps, for whatever reason, have been signed out, and I didn't want to take the time to go and sign them all back in, but I'll do it eventually. I'll do it eventually. But yeah, so just kind of hanging out, watching some Tenacious D, and sit back with me. We are hitting, I think, like our hour mark or so already in the movie as well. We're at 49 minutes, 44 minutes left of the movie. 44 minutes, close to our hour mark. Maybe it is a peak of destiny. Our sorority throwing a huge bash. Just get ready to head over there. Follow us over. Some juice country tonight. Around so you don't get lost. Sick. Sick. Chicken. Something. Mm. I see the spark in your eye that I once had. Let me show you something. Two air ducts on the roof. Enter through there. Speak of this to no one. Wait. I have some questions. Let me wait. Hold on, dude. That is what he said. This guy gave me the perfect plan about the two air ducts on the roof. It's really important to you. We've been really deep and worked on our songwriting. They're relying on ancient bullshit. Wow. Wow, Kyle. Wow. I would be so pissed right now. Tits or destiny. Wow, Kyle. Wow. Fix mine. I don't need you. Took my name. He's my butler. He'll be fine. He's like, well, that's a really good deal. It's a shit later. Oh boy. That yawn must mean that I've hit my hour mark because I am feeling it now. Alright, listen. Oh. Stop! Stop the music, everybody! We have got a special surprise for you tonight. Someone who just happens to be a rock star. Damn, put him on the spot. In time to be conducted to the House Rock of Fame, his Rock and Roll Museum. Promise to come here tonight. Play a few of his hits. Yeah. They gave him a guitar. History of Tenacious D. They only 10 seconds like that sucked. You know they're eating mushrooms in the forest? I think I found these mushrooms because I was starving, he says. This place is kind of juicy. He's going into his trip land. All the CGI lights and mushrooms. Sasquatch. Sasquatch. Hmm. You already are. You're my son, JV. My little baby sass. Strawberry River. He's over there just floating down a raft, thinking just having fun. That's what. Yeah. Do you know where I can find the pick of destiny? He falls off a tree. Have you guys seen the movie Obsession? I mean, like, is that even a good movie? What the fuck is Obsession? I mean, like, come on now. Obsession. What is that? What is it? I don't know. I don't want to know. Maybe I don't. Maybe I do. I'll be back in a little bit. Let me call Big Polly up. Let's see what's going on in Big Polly's world. 1 second here. Let's see what's going on. And again, I apologize in advance if Big Polly is, doing his, thing. And by thing, I mean probably ganging it absurdly in public, because that's what Big Polly does. We'll see what Big Polly's doing. What's going on, Big Polly? What you got going on?
Nothing. Went to the podiatrist.
Before you continue, I just want to let you know you're on the air with old Al. So, maybe Ixnay on the old medical A information. But other than that, Big Paul, what's going on?
I was at the gym lifting 400.
Not That's what's up, cuz. And I gotta call you because you're right there in the local action. You were in the town of the recent bomber experience at the bank. You were there in the town. Not in the bank, but you were there. You were close enough to the action. How did it make you feel? Are you afraid to
Well,
bank now in public?
nah.
Are you afraid now? Are you terrified to walk into a bank, worried that somebody might have something strapped to their chest and hold you hostage?
This is why I stay away from banks.
This is why you do your own banking at home. Keep your money under your mattress.
Inside the mattress, not under the mattress.
Inside the mattress. That's what I'm trying to say. Yes, guys. And he lives over there on Johnson and no, I'm just playing. And anyways, guys, no, but yeah, he was right there, guys. He's seen the action, and I heard that it held traffic up for 2 to 3 days almost on Truxton Avenue. About, did you have any kind of problems getting through town during the standoff?
No, because I on the opposite side.
Yeah, that's what's up. He avoided the town, but you were there. You seen the action. You were following it live from just a few miles away from where this all went down, and I'm sure it was a traumatizing experience. And that's why I told somebody this is why I live where I do. But I'm just glad that you're safe. I'm glad that you're okay, and I'm glad that you came out of this whole experience unharmed.
Yeah, no, I didn't. The way he went about his whole situation. Sorry.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Let me take this off real quick. I'm gonna go ahead and take off this headphone, guys. I'm gonna put this on pause since I got it online. But yeah, you know what I mean. It was a traumatic experience for those of you who are wondering what we're talking about. Check out CNN. Check out some of the major news outlets, and you guys are gonna find out, that there was some incidents going on. But that's just another day in Bakersfield. I feel like sometimes Bakersfield can compete with the Florida person in terms of news stories. You Google news story Florida man, Google Bakersfield, Florida man, Florida, Bakersfield man, Bakersfield woman. You're gonna find the same stories, same exact kind of situations. Someone might not be bit by a gator, but the same stuff goes on every day. Same stuff. So, anyways, I'm just glad that again, you're okay. What you got on your agenda today? What's going on in your neck of the woods? What's the weather like in Bakersfield? Is it hot as hell?
Sure.
Would you say in the hundreds?
Uh, close, close, close to the hundreds. And then I'm working outside, so hot as hell.
Yeah. Yeah, working
Yeah.
out. Yeah. Oh, I forgot you really are. I was like, yeah, shut up, working up outside. I was like, oh yeah, but because when somebody tells me they're working outside, I imagine obviously field work, ditch digging, working for the city, digging holes, potholes, and stuff like that. But yeah, no, you're working outside too.
I'm in the field. I'm in the field.
No, I get it. Yeah, you're in. You're in.
I'm in
What do they call that when you're in too deep or something like that? The trenches. You're in the trenches.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what they call it, right, guys? That's still a term that the youngsters are saying when we're in the trenches.
Yeah.
Using a mayonnaise jar as a cup. Using an old washed out mayonnaise jar as a cup, guys. That's just what we do around here. If you have a mole jar that you used to make mole the night before, guess what? That's our newest little glass cup in our cupboard. That's just where I'm from. But
Yeah. And now we got people fucking trying to fucking kill people in banks just to prove that they're not a criminal. But
Oh, I know that was crazy. The motive behind this guy's reasoning as to why he held the bank up. I hear multiple things that he says he was an estranged father from his children that was segregated after he was registered on the sexual offender registry. I've heard multiple accounts as to why he may have or may not have went off the deep end. But Anthony, what have you heard? What's the reasoning that you've heard that he may have committed these crimes?
apparently to prove his innocence, that he's not an offender, and that it's caused him a lot of chaos in his life. So he was doing this to get his name cleared. But I'm like, in my head, I'm like, okay, if you're trying to get your name cleared, like, why would you go this route? Like, it wasn't gonna clear your name. If anything, it was just gonna push you. They're just gonna look at your criminal history and be like, oh, okay, yeah, this motherfucker, he's not trying to clear his name. He's just taking it further than what. He's just taking it a step further than just being on the sex offender list.
You do know he was a war veteran.
I mean, war veteran or not, I mean, don't get me wrong, I respect war vets, but I don't know. I'm just saying, like, there was several other ways he could have fought this instead of going into a bank and
Now,
dying.
I have to ask you this: have you yourself ever been in war and survived?
Nope.
So do you
Never
know?
been in.
So do you know then the mentality that he may have had in a situation where he
Oh,
comes?
I get their mentality. Like a lot of them come back with PTSD. A lot of them don't want to leave. They always re-enlist because it makes them feel normal. And once they're out, they feel like they don't have meaning to life anymore, and there's no way to control that PTSD no more because you were always in the
So
mind was always distracted.
do you feel it's the government's fault to blame?
I mean, I can't say it is the government's fault because at the end of the day, he chose his route. Just like anybody else, we're given free will, and we all choose our route. Well, I mean, I can't say we all choose our route. Some of us are pushed into it.
Exactly, slaves. I mean, we know there's people plenty of times in history that unfortunately we can attest to that have never had an option as to what they do in life. You know, it's what they're given. I mean, most people that grow up in certain environments never get to leave their environments because of certain situations and you know what they call generational impact and generational historical disparities. So what I'm just trying to say is, Paul, is do you feel that this gentleman maybe had more to the story? Like maybe this is something going on here. Was the bomb real? Do you feel like perhaps this bomb was fake? I mean, like what are we seeing here? Like what's going on now? Is the local news reporting on it? Are they sweeping it under the rug? What's really going on in Bakersfield, California?
I mean, I know they're still
Are they
reporting
milking
on
it
it because there's still different reports coming out.
daily?
You know, yeah, daily. You know, so I mean, but yet again, who? I mean, you can't really trust. You really can't trust the media. You can't. I mean, yeah, some of it might be facts, but then again, you got to question if half of it is if half of it even really is facts, or is it just what they're being fed?
I understand that definitely, and it's a crucial step in this whole equation is whether or not the local media and even the national media hasn't thrown this into a bit of an askew. I mean, but ultimately, like he said, he broke the law, and I mean, but also was this maybe even evidence of our local mental health response systems not being as interactive as they should have been? Were there warning signs potentially before this led up? Were there any
Well,
messages that he might have sent out to coworkers, to friends, to families leading up to this that might have went unnoticed? Like what happened to this gentleman to make him snap to finally take a bomb into a bank and think, because we all seen the movie Straw, and obviously that movie didn't end up so well at the end. And I mean, did he maybe even see that movie and get inspiration from Tyler Perry's Straw?
I mean, honestly, it's a hard thing for the simple fact that I mean, yeah, in a sense, you can blame the government because um, you know war vets. You know, since I mean, when they first enlist, they're promised to be taken care of. They're promised that they get this, they get that, and sometimes a lot of them, not all of them, a lot of them do get what they're told, but then you got the ones that don't get shit out of their sacrifice and they're left to fend for themselves. And a lot of them deal with PTSD, mental health, so they're just like, what the fuck? And they either eventually snap and do something like this, or they snap and take themselves out in one way or another. But like I said, his whole thing was trying to clear his name from the sex offenders list. And like I said, I mean, I get that. You know, I listened to I don't know if you listened to his story on YouTube on his podcast. I think it's called "Label the Monster."
No, what is that? What is labeled the monster?
Well, it's basically his own. It's his own podcast where he was explaining his whole case and the
Oh, he had a whole
yeah,
podcast prior to this.
yeah. So like a lot of people were sharing it the day that he was in the
Oh.
that he was in the bank. They were sharing this podcast because they said
And
more
would you
people could
be
share
able
that.
to maybe find some audio and send it my way eventually?
Audio? I mean, I'm pretty sure I can.
All right, because our many viewers here would love to listen to some crazy situations that happen. But guys, for those of you who have internet access, apparently there is podcast clippings of the guy from the bombing incident, who was a resident of Oildale. And I'll be honest with you, I used to live in Oildale for a few years, and I feel like I might have seen him a couple times down the block when I lived in Oildale. I was on.
He was a neighbor to one of my friends.
Yeah, exactly. I was over on Airport Drive, almost.
They had his house. They had his house surrounded.
Had his house surrounded. Family just. I mean, we're lucky. He had no family living with him, obviously at the time. But it's just ridiculous. I mean, it's just a crazy circumstance of accidents, and I mean, preponderances will happen, I'm sure, but it is just a study for sure, a case to study that we can hopefully glean some information and some knowledge to prevent from future incidences similar to this from occurring. Because things of this nature, I mean, were there any children in the bank? Were there any elderly people? I mean, who were the people locked in the bank? And should the bank have been better secured to prevent this from happening? Where were the armed security guards in the bank at the time? What was going on? What were their protocols to handle this situation? Most people, probably don't think it's a real life, event until it really happens. But maybe they should be looking at the policies and procedures that occurred in the bank. What went down to keep those clients safe?
Well, from what I know, he tied two tripwires from the bomb to two of the hostages.
To what?
He tied tripwires from the bomb to two of the hostages. He tied it around their legs.
Wow. So, I mean, that right there would have got him at least 20 years. I mean, if you tie somebody up, bodily injury, and you keep them hostage, you're not going to get out anytime soon, unfortunately. So holy cow. I mean, just these, I mean, incidences and just, I mean, Paul, I mean, I am just so sorry that you have to succumb to these local occurrences. But I'm glad that you're safe, and I'm glad that you are able to kind of keep reporting on the local affairs of Bakersfield, California. I appreciate your eyes and ears on the situations out there. Are you able to kind of comment on anything else going on in the local economy? I mean, how do you feel about just the school year? I guess. I mean, I'm not too sure, Paul. At this point, that was kind of the national headlines that happened out there from Bakersfield. But is there anything else that you feel like hasn't been reported that you have been seeing?
I mean, not really. I haven't really been into. My bad. My phone disconnected from my earphones. Hello.
Yeah, I'm here still.
Oh. No, but I mean, honestly, I'm not really into the news and all that stuff. Honestly, I don't really.
Yeah, I know. I don't watch the news either because it's all bad news. And why do I need more bad news in my life when I already deal with it enough? I hear what you're saying,
And
Paul. I mean, it's
I mean,
like,
not just that, not just because it's all bad news, but that
oh,
might be
hold on
informative.
one second. Hey guys, I'm gonna take a quick break. Be back in about 2 minutes. It is 9 p.m. on the hour here. We just hit our 1 hour and 37 minute mark, but I'm gonna go on a quick standby for about 3 to 4 minutes. I'll be right back. All right, guys, I am back. And again, we were on the air here with my good friend and colleague, Paul. He was just giving us some updates about the latest incidences going on in Bakersfield, California. But, I mean, other than that, guys, we're just going to kind of keep hanging out. We've already hit our hour and 40 minute mark. I am going to go ahead and cut it in about 20 minutes just because I have other things that I have to get to. It's 9 o'clock, way past old Alex's bedtime. Unfortunately, you guys know what happens after 8 o'clock. I usually turn into a pumpkin, but apparently tonight the magic spell isn't working, so I'm still here. Anyways, yeah, man. Any other topics of crazy common events going on that I can think of? I mean, that DV4D guy, that case that killed that
Yeah,
Celeste person's kind of dying out. I mean, not that it's not serious, but it's.
let's talk about the two people they found, the two homeless people they found nailed to boards out here in, once again, near Oildale on 34th and Q.
Yeah, see, I didn't hear anything about that. What are you talking about? Two homeless people nailed to boards.
Yeah, they found one homeless person nailed to a board in an thrown in an alleyway. How he was nailed to the board, in like what type of position, I don't know. I'm not sure if it was from like his hands or his wrist or whatever, but apparently he was nailed to a board. And then I think like a day or two later, I could be wrong, so don't quote me on that. But there was another person, another homeless person that they found nailed to a board as well. They were both dead when they found them. But a lot of people are saying that Kern County Sheriff's Office and BPD are they're always hiding. Well, they're always covering up some type of story about a serial killer out here in Bakersfield. Which I mean, like Jaime Ozuna, his thing, he wasn't a serial. I mean, I can't say he was a serial killer because from what I know, he only killed that one person. I forgot her name, but no disrespect to her, but you know,
Yeah.
why cover up? Why cover up something when people need to know? When people need to know this type of stuff to be safe, like, so you're not gonna tell people, but just be like, oh, that poor person got killed. This poor person, another person got killed, but we're not gonna call him a serial killer. We're just gonna say a person got killed. That's crazy. Like,
It's
two
ludicrous.
people. He's already killed two people. He or she. I don't know if it's a. I don't know the gender of the
Well,
person, but
obviously, according to statistics, we all know it's a white male aged between 25 and 40 and approximately 125 to 175 pounds, according to statistics. That's who we're looking for. It looks like, and that's what we need.
well, I mean, they're always saying, "Oh, immigrants are killers and rapists and stuff," but yet every time they catch the damn person, it's usually always a white person. I've never seen them catch a Mexican serial killer. I mean, yeah, I mean, unless you want to get technical and talk about the Night Stalker, but I mean, he's on. I think he. I don't even think he was fully Mexican.
Oh, wow.
So that's just the way I see it. Bakersfield's always trying to hide something from everybody.
It is. And Anthony, I told you when I was there, I said, this town, if you're going to get away with something like that, it would be the place. I mean, that's how lawless, unfortunately, it's gotten over there to where people go
You
missing
know,
every day.
I've heard the same thing from like several other people too, and that was also posted. That comment I think was also posted on the TikTok video of the news. You know how people go live, and they report the news. Like you got like a lot of little independent people that show up and report the news out here besides the actual news. Yeah, I think somebody had commented on there and said the same thing. Like, if you want to get away with something like that, Bakersfield's the place.
It is. I mean, there's so many gray areas. I mean, you just got to kind of stalk your areas around and find where there's low activity and just time your timing. I mean, it's dangerous out there. And I worry about people's public safety just because, again, cops don't seem to care. And, I mean, it's just a lawless territory out there. It's ridiculous.
Yep, definitely is. It's
But
like when is the system gonna do their job and actually, you know, start trying to protect its people instead of protecting their pockets?
exactly. It's always about the bottom dollar at the end of the day. But guys, you know what? We're at an hour and 46 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and call it a little early. We're at 9:09. I hope you guys have a great day, Paul. I'm gonna stay on the phone with you, but everyone else, I hope you get out and do what you love to do. And I will be seeing you guys maybe sometime early morning tomorrow, or maybe even late after work. So have a good Friday, and I will talk to you all later.